Hello, my name's Brian. Nickname of Tack. That's where my YouTube channel title comes from, or name. Take a Ride with Tack. This journey is to Alaska on my motorcycle. It will roughly take me 3 to 4 months. I'm traveling about 300 miles a day. And if you've noticed, my face has pretty good sunburn. Yesterday morning I got up and didn't put sunscreen on for the first time, and so I'm here in Salt Lake City taking a couple days to hopefully let it heal up a little bit before I take off again. Coming along from a ride to Alaska. Well, getting ready to take off. 9:25 in the morning. May 31st. Okay, I'm downtown Mansfield, right at Main and West 4th, which is 40th, or Route 30. So I'm getting ready to start. I'm 62 miles in to get from home to Mansfield. So I'm getting ready to take off on my journey to Alaska. I'm going 30 all the way out to Astoria, Oregon, and then I'll turn north, go up through Glacier to Canada to Alaska. Today's Wednesday. It is 11:15. These maps will show the basic routes that I'll be taking through Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, into Iowa, Nebraska, following US 30. From Nebraska, going to Wyoming, Idaho, drop down Salt Lake City for a little bit, go back up, pick back up Idaho, Oregon, and finishing up in Astoria. I'm sitting alongside of Old 30. It's some county road in Indiana. I just crossed the border. I'm just outside of Fort Wayne, sitting by an old church, having a sandwich, and then I'll be back on the road in about 10 minutes. So, I had my first mishap. My bungee broke and one of my bags fell off, but everything's good. I had to retie it, and I'm gonna have to do a better job tomorrow morning. That's it for now. In the eastern U.S., the US 30 was the Lincoln Highway. It was first devised in 1913 to go from New York City to San Francisco. About in Utah, the Lincoln Highway goes from US 30 to US 40 all the way to San Francisco. In Illinois, I jumped off US 30 onto this route of the Lincoln Highway and ran across this painted bridge. This gravel section in Illinois was about 3 miles. It was a 1916 version of the unpaved US 30. I stopped in this little town to take a picture of this sign depicting cities and how far from this town to those cities. And this just shows a little cafe along the way. Just west of Joliet, Illinois, this section of the Lincoln Highway shared space with Route 66. This is a picture of my residence hall. I lived on Dana House from my sophomore spring semester till I graduated in Ames, Iowa, Iowa State University. These are RV concrete pads with electrical hookups for tailgating at Iowa State University football games. There's over 300 concrete pads, and this is a walkway from the RV pads to the stadium. After spending a day in Ames, relaxing and visiting with my college roommate, the next day I was off on my trek to Alaska. Ran across this roadside museum, talks about the different building of the Lincoln Highway, how it was devised. And the Lincoln Highway mirrored the Union Pacific Railroad. That's why a lot of times US 30 heading west is right alongside the railroad, within a mile or so of the railroad. These are just all different, the trials and tribulations and building of the Lincoln Highway and US 30. US 30, the first paved transcontinental highway. The Lincoln Highway was first devised in 1913. When the numbering system went into effect in the 20s, Lincoln Highway was changed to US 30, going through the eastern part of the US. This was a very nice roadside museum. This sign depicts the old Lincoln Highway. US 30 is now a county road in Iowa. And then this is an old abandoned motel. In this small Iowa town, I ran across this old gas station, the kind that's set catty-corner diagonal at the intersections. This one has been replenished, remodeled, and it also tells a little story. It's almost a museum that tells a story about the owners. The Lincoln Highway US 30 goes through my college roommate's hometown of Woodbine, Iowa, in western Iowa. Here's his brick-lined streets going through his town and the town's corn palace. And here I made it to Logan, Iowa for the night. Stayed in this little roadside motel. I hope you've enjoyed this first section. Bear with my editing. I'm just learning, and I'll see you again on the next one.